Okay, welcome back. This is the third part of my series on aperture, ISO, and shutter speed. And today we're talking about shutter speed. So you have a new camera, you're not really sure how to use all the settings, but you may have a basic understanding about how shutter speed works. Now on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, shutter speed is extremely important depending on what you're trying to capture. So sit back, listen up, this is going to be your crash course. So what is the shutter speed? Shutter speed controls how fast the shutter raises up, allows light to hit your sensor, and closes down again over a set interval of time. That interval of time is determined by your setting. On most modern DSLR and mirrorless cameras, you could have a shutter speed as upwards of 30 seconds, which is wide open, to 1/8,000th of a second, which is very, very fast. Most entry-level cameras would probably go to about 1/4000 and about 10 seconds. Some more, some less, but that's the general range. There's a lot in between. So for example, if you're in a darkly lit place and you need a little more light to hit your camera, you need to leave the shutter open longer. Now the longer you leave that shutter open, the more light hits the camera, is gathered on the sensor, the brighter the image is going to be. The trade-off with that is anything that moves while the camera is gathering light, including if you move the camera itself, will show up as motion blur. This is a reason it's not good to shoot things like sports or wildlife or anything that has any kind of movement at a lower shutter speed. Alternatively, if you want to freeze time and capture a moment exactly how it is, you'll have to use a very high shutter speed. Anything from 1/500th to 1/1000th of a second and higher will freeze time completely, even if a subject is moving. This is perfect for wildlife and for sports and for anything that really does involve movement. If you're shooting things like portraits or landscapes, you don't need a very high shutter speed. Portraits, you can get away with doing anything over 1/60th, 1/100th, or 1/200th of a second. I would prefer a higher shutter speed to make sure there is no motion blur. If someone blinks, if someone twitches or moves, it's always better to shoot as high as you can if you want to get that sharpness. However, if you're shooting things like landscapes or macro shots or nature photography where things really aren't moving, you can get away with as low a shutter speed as you want as long as your camera is on a tripod and stable. Remember, if you're shooting extended shutter speeds, if you're leaving that shutter open for 3 seconds, 4 seconds at a time, any small movement will cause a significant amount of motion blur, which includes you tapping the shutter release button. So if you're going to do longer shutter speeds, make sure to use a remote or some kind of switch or anything that you could use that would cause you not to touch the camera itself. Even wind can play a factor into shooting shots that long. But for the most part, the basics of shutter speed are a lower shutter speed allows more light, the image gets brighter. Higher shutter speed, shutter doesn't open as long, less light comes in, the image is darker. However, if you balance your settings properly with your ISO, your aperture, and your shutter speed together, you could take very high shutter speed images, especially outdoors where it's very easy to do that, and not lose any other quality. However, where you're going to run into trouble is if you have a very low ISO and you have a very closed aperture and you're shooting a very high shutter speed, your image is going to come out dark. But I'll go over that more in my next video about how ISO, aperture, and shutter speed all work together to form a good balance of exposure. I really hope this video helped you out and helped you understand shutter speed just a little bit more. I want to thank GrizzTuff for sending me some of this gear one more time. They are excellent. Check them out. Their link is going to be in the description. They did not sponsor this video, but they did send me this stuff out of the kindness of their hearts, and I only feel right putting it back out there and saying that you guys should check them out too. If you want to see any of my photography, including all the settings that I use with my ISO, my aperture, and my shutter speed, check out my Instagram page, which is @dom.iwc. That link will be below as well. Other than that, I really hope this helped you guys out, and I'll see you on the next one.